So this one seems like a good venue for it. It's kind of a listening room. This is one of the only story songs I've ever written. I read this article. It was about kind of like humans' relationship with animals, and it opened up with this anecdote about people on a beach in Argentina passing this baby dolphin around and taking pictures of it to post on Instagram until the dolphin died. So not only dead people, but dead animals in my set tonight.
Covering all the bases.
Yeah. Just wait till what's next. No. And the article went on to talk about the history of whaling and like how back in the day like whale oil was so valuable, and there would be these epic battles out like Moby Dick style, and they would throw harpoons that would get stuck in these whales, and the whales had no way to get the harpoons out. So there would be these whales out in the ocean for years and years just with harpoons sticking out of them, horrible and horrific. And so I was really affected by that, and so I thought it inspired this song. It's not directly about any of those things, really. I sort of invented this story about this town where their food supply dries up, and they think they're going to go out and hunt this epic beast, so that they can feed the town. And so it's a bit of a longer one. So, but just hopefully you guys can go there with me in this tune here. It's called "The Beauty of Baleen," Wales.
The fish supply in our northern bay is not enough to feed the town. In years past it was plenty, now the fish are running out. We've always been a rugged kind, you won't hear us complain, but the toughness of our mothers doesn't ease the hunger stain. The men in town, they gather to discuss the famine's reign. Assessing every option, only one prospect remains. We'll round up every hunter, test our fortunes out at sea, and maybe, if we're lucky, we'll find and tame that fabled beast. No living man had seen her, none survived to tell the tale, but the rumors of her features could turn the children pale. It was said that we might find her near the eye of the coming storm, her favorite place for hunting, according to local lore. And being just a boy of 12, I figured I'd stay back to help round up the children when the village was attacked. But when my name was mentioned as ideal to be the hand, I knew my fate was sealed as our ship's youngest man. Out upon the open sea, the men sang songs of war, but as the storm drew nearer, a certain fever crept aboard. Stories of the beast began to infiltrate our thoughts, 7 rows of jagged teeth and blood-red eyes that were crossed. We sharpened up the harpoons as the waves began to rise, our vessel charging headlong into a white-cap suicide. The sky and sea looked the same to me, a swirl of darkening gray, when an order from the captain through the wind blew my way. I crawled under the deck, secured the rope and clenched it tight, as the ocean whipped the ship like a gale whipping a kite. And suddenly I felt it, a great thunder from below, rising up to greet us, culminating in a mighty blow. I awoke to stillness, floating on a plank in the open sea. Somehow still with rope in hand, I felt no injury. The sun glared down upon me, a boy out of his depth, with not a single soul inside. I felt a shiver up my neck. It was then I saw the motion, bubbles rising from below. My heart went wild inside my chest, I clung tightly to the float. And when her head emerged, it was the color of the sea. And she wasn't half as monstrous as they'd made her out to be. Perhaps because I was a boy, she sensed nothing to fear. And when I peered into her eye, I saw no demon there. She swam right up beside me, bowed her head, or so it seemed. For a moment, I was frozen before the beauty of Baleen. And suddenly it struck me, without her I'd be alone. Out here she was my only chance to ever get back home. Trepidation filled me as I climbed onto her back. I found a fin and held on tight, and we plunged into the black.
Thank you.
That's cool.